All right, future BPSC officers, welcome. January 2026 was a massive month for Bihar, and we're going to break down everything you absolutely need to know for your exam. We're cutting through all the noise to give you just the high-yield stuff. Let's jump right in.
Okay, first up, and this is super important, let's talk about the date. You know, the one you need to circle in red on your calendar. This is the anchor for your entire prep strategy. So yeah, let's get into it.
So here's what we've got on tap. We'll start with your roadmap for the 72nd BPSC. Then we'll cover the new faces and high places, check out Bihar's award-winning achievers, look at the big projects building Bihar's future, and wrap up with the key government initiatives you'll definitely see on the exam.
First up, let's get right to it. Your 72nd BPSC roadmap and the key dates you need for your preparation. Okay, get your calendars out, because this is it. The BPSC dropped its exam calendar on February 2nd, and the big one, the 72nd CCE prelims, is officially locked in for July 26th, 2026. You heard that right, July 26th. What does that mean for you? It means you've got a clear 6-month runway. So the absolute key here is to plan your entire study schedule working backward from that date.
All right, moving on. Let's talk about the new faces in high places. These are some of the significant appointments from January that you absolutely need to have on your radar.
So, big news from the judiciary. The Patna High Court has a new Chief Justice. We're talking about Justice Sangam Kumar Sahu, who is now the 47th Chief Justice. He's taking the reins from the 46th Pawan Kumar B. Benajantri. This is definitely a key appointment you need to remember.
Now let's drill down into the details that are, classic BPSC prelims fodder. His oath was administered by Governor Arif Mohammed Khan, and the constitutional provision, that's Article 217. Remember that one. It's all about appointing high court judges. Oh, and another key number, the total strength of judges in the Patna High Court is now 36. Trust me, these kinds of specific details, the article, the numbers, this is exactly the stuff they love to ask.
And on the political front, January saw something pretty historic. We're talking about a first for Bihar in national politics. Nitin Navin has become the youngest ever national president of the BJP. This is huge, not just because of his age, but because he's the very first leader from Bihar to ever hold this position. A really significant moment for the state.
Okay, next section. Let's shift gears and talk about Bihar's award-winning achievers. This is all about the national recognition the state's talent received. So on Republic Day, the Padma Awards for 2026 were announced. And just to give you the big picture, nationwide there were a total of 131 awards. That breaks down into 5 Padma Vibhushan, 13 Padma Bhushan, and 113 Padma Shri. And this is what we're really excited about. Bihar's own Padma Shri winners. 3 amazing individuals were honored. First, you have Bharat Singh Bharti, who is recognized for his incredible work in Bhojpuri folk music. Then, the late Vishwa Bandhu, who was recognized posthumously for popularizing the Damkach folk dance. And finally, Dr. Gopal G. Trivedi, awarded for his brilliant innovations in agriculture and science, especially his work on Makhana cultivation. You've got to know these names and what they were honored for.
All right, now let's talk about the big stuff. The major infrastructure and environmental projects that are literally building Bihar's future. This is where you can really see the government's focus, and these are always hot topics for the exam. So here's a story that's been going on for a long, long time. There's been this water-sharing dispute over the Son River with Jharkhand, and it started way back in the year 2000, right after Jharkhand was carved out of Bihar. Well, this month, there was a major breakthrough.
So, you might be asking, how did they finally resolve it? Well, it happened in a few key steps. Step 1, a bilateral agreement was finally reached with Jharkhand. Step 2, the Bihar cabinet officially approved the water-sharing pact. And that led to Step 3, the Indrapuri Reservoir project in Rohtas got the green light, a huge deal.
And the impact of this, it's massive. We're talking about 8 districts in Bihar that are set to benefit from this Indrapuri Reservoir project. Think about that. 8 districts, including some of the big agricultural hubs. This is a total game changer for irrigation in the region. And the development push didn't stop there. Over in Gopalganj district, a whole slate of new projects was launched. The total value? A whopping 316 crore rupees. This money is going straight into things like better roads, health facilities, and education.
Okay, shifting gears to energy. This is really cool. Bihar is now home to East India's largest solar and battery storage project. It's located at Kajra in Lakhisarai, and it's a huge leap forward for the state in renewable power.
And for all the nature lovers out there, here's some fantastic news. The Kaimur Wildlife Sanctuary is getting a major upgrade. It's set to become Bihar's second tiger reserve, right after the famous Valmiki Tiger Reserve. This is a huge win for conservation in the state.
Okay, for our final section, let's dive into some key government initiatives. We're talking about the schemes and decisions that are really affecting the state. Check out this number, 1 crore. That is the employment target the government has set for Bihar's youth by 2030. It's part of a brand new initiative called the New Age Economy. So what they're doing is aiming to create a staggering 1 crore jobs by focusing on modern, future-ready sectors.
All right, let's look at two important decisions that show the government's focus on both welfare and governance. On the one hand, you've got the Chief Minister Artist Pension Scheme. This is pretty straightforward. It provides a 3,000 rupee monthly pension to older artists with at least a decade of experience. On the other hand, you have a major change in healthcare, a ban on private practice for government doctors. The idea here is to make sure they're more available in state hospitals. Two very different areas, but both really significant.
So, as you can see, January really set a new pace for Bihar. The state is moving fast. The big question is, how are you going to set the pace for your preparation? Everything we talked about today shows a lot of momentum, and your study plan needs to match that energy. Good luck and keep pushing forward.